Diverse, exquisite, moving work arrayed beneath the summer sun. Canvas, sculpture, music, verse. Arts Festival Utah begun. Today through Sunday at the Triad Center, sponsored in part by KTVX Television.
Good Morning America, weekdays at 7 on KTVX Channel 4.
Welcome to Love Connection, where old-fashioned romance meets modern-day technology, where you hear all the intimate details of a first date. And now, here's the host of Love Connection, Chuck Woolery.
Friday crowd, yeah. Let's meet our first guest. He says that companionship and intelligence are what he looks for in a woman. On a scale from 1 to 10, he rates himself a 7 because he thinks that to rate himself higher would be conceited. But when it comes to shopping, he is willing to brag about the horrors he's gone through shopping with women. Please welcome Stephen Whitley. Hey, Stephen. Good to see you. Can I have a seat? So, shopping is not a good thing for you.
No, it's not. I really have my black belt in shopping because when you go out with women, you go shopping with women, and like they're just jumping from end to end in the mall. You know, it's like, well, we'll go this way, no, we'll go this way. You know, they don't shop like men do, one store after the other.
Right.
They go, you know, all the way from this end to this end. So you walk around them for 3 or 4 hours, then you get real hungry. And then they, you know, we'll go down this end of the mall to get something to eat. So you walk down there and they change their mind and you end up walking back and then again and again. It just goes on.
Not fun for you.
No, not at all.
Okay. Going to bring everybody up to date on what happened yesterday. We showed the audience Stephen's 3 choices. They voted on which one they thought would be best for him. Going to take a look, catch you up to date. First, Veronica, she says that men like her cheerful attitude, her dimples, and her legs. Amy, she likes to sit by a fire and have her date serenade her. Another Amy, she thinks that bookstores are a good place to meet eligible men. Now, the audience vote was recorded yesterday. We'll get that a little later. Right now, Stephen's going to remind us who he chose.
I chose the first Amy.
Chose the first Amy. There she is. Her name is Amy Byers. She's backstage. Hi, Amy. Take some at home back there, okay? All right, start us off.
Okay, my car was stolen recently before the date, so I had arranged to borrow a friend's car. And I was on my way over to pick her up, and I blew a radiator hose. And so I pushed it to a gas station, and to have them tell me that they didn't have the part in stock and couldn't get it. So I called her up.
What did you do? I mean, this is a disaster.
Yeah. I called her up about 45 minutes after I was supposed to pick her up.
Well, it was about an hour, actually.
Excuse me, it was an hour. So, you know, I explained the situation to her. I said we could take my motorcycle, and she said that she'd drive.
She would drive.
That she
No,
would drive.
no. Wait, Steve, wait a second.
Well, what?
You kind of sat there and said, oh, this happened with my car, whatever, and so I kind of put the receiver down. I looked at my roommate, and I said, okay, I'll drive. And he was like, okay, your doll, good for it. I don't remember any offer from the motorcycle, though. I mean, I don't.
Would you have gone out on the motorcycle?
Probably not, so it was a good thing I drove, but,
Well, so you drove to pick him up at the gas station, I guess, or the filling station?
No, I had gone back to my apartment to call her.
Oh, I see. So she drives over and picks you up.
Yeah, she drives over and picks me up, and she got out of the car. She's very pretty, had a nice body, and everybody in the apartment that knew I was going on the date was sitting there giving me the thumbs up and everything else.
Yeah.
And,
Did you watch him while you were getting out of your car?
well, you couldn't miss him, Chuck. I mean, he was as big as day. He had a rose, and he had a teddy bear, and he had this hair. Yeah, it was really nice. His hair was, I mean, it was big. It was big hair.
Steve has big hair. So, okay, what did you like what you saw?
Well, to be honest, he really wasn't my type, Chuck, but he was really nice on the phone, and I decided to keep an open mind about it, so.
Okay, all right. So now what happened?
Okay, we had arranged to go down to Venice to a small restaurant down there I've been to before.
Yeah. Now, things look a little bit better after you ate, Amy?
No, not really, just because... Well, no, you listen, you have to understand. I mean, I was very perturbed. He said he had everything planned, okay? I was being a trooper. Any girl with half a brains probably would have ditched him right now. I mean, come on, Steve, you have to agree with me. I mean, everything was a nightmare. He had nothing planned. He had no directions. I mean, nothing. And, I mean, it just... Assert yourself. If you're going to try to impress a girl, you know, you have to have some sort of plan.
Is that true? You just didn't have a plan?
No, I did have a plan. It just, nothing happened. It just, like... It was just...
I guess a radiator hose blew up on your plans.
Yeah, that's what basically happened. I'd spent 2 days planning this with all my friends at work, you know, suggesting different restaurants and stuff like that. And
It just fell apart on you.
it just never happened.
I don't think Amy believes that.
You know, he's sounding like, oh, yes, I planned this, whatever. Did we do one thing we had planned? I mean, I had to be assertive finally and say, okay, let's go to a movie because I know where the movie theater is and I can get us there.
What a way to visit the folks back in New Hampshire.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
So you go to a movie, is that right?
Yeah, we go to the movie. The
What'd
movie
you see?
was good. Another 48 Hours.
Okay.
And I enjoyed it.
Right. Did you enjoy it, Amy?
Oh, yeah, that nice time. It was very quiet. You know, we'd been talking a lot. Oh, and
So you get through the movie, and then what happened?
Well, I had planned on taking a ride on my motorcycle up on Mulholland.
Right.
And it was kind of cool, so I asked her if she wanted to do something else. And she said, yeah, so I said, you want to go see the club I work at? She said, sure. We went there, and we decided to stay and dance.
So you didn't get lost going to the club, because he goes there every day.
oh, right, exactly.
Yeah. So you get to the club. How does the club, Amy?
I had been there before, and actually, I met his friends. His friends were great. I really liked them. I had a really nice time with them. I enjoyed myself.
Good.
You know, I had a great time, but I was still perturbed because I wanted someone who was a little assertive.
Well, no, I mean, I had tried to make, you know, the best thing out of a bad situation.
But it sounds like she was doing the same, and you guys, neither one of you were really...
I mean, I had a great time.
Well, let's take a look and see what the audience picked for you. Maybe they know something we don't know. They obviously thought you made the right choice. They picked Amy, too. No second chance. There's no discussion here, and Amy, I'm sorry that we didn't make a love connection for you. We tried, and maybe we'll see you again under better circumstances.
Yeah, I have some advice for Steve, though.
Sure. Well, it's all right. Let her give her advice. What would it be?
Well, you're a terrific guy. You have a lot of potential. However, next date, get a Thomas guide, okay?
Thank you very much, John.
And we're going to come right back with another couple. Stay with us.
New Jell-O-free pudding snacks.
You made me love you. You did, you made me do it.
Jell-O-free, a fat-free dessert that doesn't taste fat-free.
You made me love J-E-L-L-O.
The Great American Picnic game begins when you find a new clear plastic squeeze bottle of Heinz ketchup. Look through the back of the bottle, see if you've won, and simply send in the winning label. Over 2 million will win. It could be you.
Eat where the food and prices are. Rennie's in Bountiful. Take our big, famous quarter-pound burger. It's still just $1.24. Loaded with lean beef, ground fresh daily. Char-broiled and served up hot any way you want it. That's Rennie's, where after 8 years in business, the price of our big quarter-pound burger is still the same. Just $1.24. Fresh and hot. Rennie's in Bountiful. 275 South, 500 West. Rennie's. The food and prices are hot.
The average house contains over 2,000 square feet of living space. Space that repeatedly gets stepped on, spilled on, splattered on, even scribbled on. Yet one thing cleans it all. Direct Multi-Purpose Cleaner. It's so versatile, it cleans almost anything, anywhere in the entire house. Easy to use Lysol Direct. It cleans everything under the roof.
Accidents? I don't even think about them anymore.
Attens Undergarments, for the protection you want against the accidents you don't want. Attens has a snug, secure shape and fits high at the waist, not low. It also has a super absorbent pad built right in, like a pad within a pad, for outstanding absorbency. The absorbency you need for exceptional protection against leaks. Attends for the protection you want against the accidents you don't want.
Our next guest is a part-time photographer. He also finds time to coach his son's Little League team. He has a Hawaiian shirt collection, which he claims helped him meet women. And when it comes to dating, he says that sometimes he suffers from the white knight complex. Please welcome Dan Hackers. Hi, Dan. How are you? We almost look like we're in a group here, Dan. What's the white knight complex?
Well, it seems as though I always come across these women that need fixing or help or something like that. I'm always right there willing to help as much as I can. Maybe a little bit too much sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, that's a mistake.
Yeah.
Because most of the time you can't fix people.
No, that's
they are
what I'm
what
learning
they
now.
are, and that's, you know, that's it.
That's right.
Tell me about your Hawaiian shirt collection. Is this like a Magnum collection or something, or what?
Well, it just happened that way. It seems as though it started from like a garage sales. I'd go out to a garage sale and some old guy would be selling this Hawaiian shirt that has been there since the 40s probably, and I'd buy it for $0.25. And
those old rayon shirts?
Yeah, they're beautiful.
They're great,
you know,
yeah.
And if you fall down and get them dirty, you know, it doesn't make any difference.
That
You only
stuff's
lost a
all
$0.25.
back now.
Yeah, yeah.
In fact, not only is it back, but like the shirts that instead of the button that goes right here, it has a little wing and it buttons underneath the collar. I mean, those are like out of the 40s,
beautiful.
I guess. Yeah.
Good quality.
What do you think women like Hawaiian shirts?
They're festive and they're bright colors. They know that you're looking for a good time or fun.
Okay. Going to take a look at the women that Dan had to choose from. Remember, you're going to pick the woman that you think's best for him. Here we go. First, Jerry Lynn was raised in Atlanta, and she's very proud of the fact that she has no trouble parallel parking a car with a stick shift. She likes tall, dark men with athletic bodies, and here's the type Jerry Lynn avoids.
I hate men who are alter egos. I mean, everyone should have an ego. That's healthy to have an ego, but I hate men who are like alter ego. You know, that think they're it, and every time they're in a store that has a mirror or something, they walk by and they have to check their hair out. And guys have their shirt unbuttoned to their waist and the hair sticking out and all the gold chains.
All right, next there's Debbie. She's the mother of a 9-year-old daughter and a 5-year-old son. She lists playing pool, throwing darts, and riding motorcycles, and any type of dancing is the thing she likes to do on dates. We asked Debbie if she'd mind dating a man who is losing his hair.
I wouldn't go out with a completely bald person, and I think a lot lately I've dated guys that are losing some on top, and that doesn't bother me. I mean, it depends on the person. The eyes are important. I mean, if he has a nice face and he's losing some hair, that's all right.
Finally, Brenda was born in Vancouver. She was married for 5 years. She has 2 sons and a daughter. She says that men like her lips, her legs, her eyes, her hands, her body. And here's something Brenda really enjoys doing on a date.
Kissing, I like to kiss, yeah. I like to kiss a lot. And I like lippy kisses. I don't like really like tonguey kisses that like choke you. I like soft, but not mushy. Soft, but not mushy.
All right, those are the 3 women Dan had to choose from. Time for you to vote. Who do you like? Audience votes locked in. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll meet the woman that Dan selected, hear everything that happened on their date. 2 and 2. Be right back at you.
More bang for your buck. It's Sun Valley Waterbed's 4th of July weekend waterbed blowout. Complete waterbed starting at $99. Waterbeds for only $169. This sensation softside waterbed only $294. 15 unique waterbeds for under $199. Under $199. No payments for 3 months. Hurry, it's happening this weekend at Sun Valley Waterbeds, including our showrooms in Salt Lake, Ogden, and Provo-Orem.
If you're in a collision and it's the other guy's fault, dealing with the other guy's insurance company might not be so easy.
Oh, well, sir, after reviewing your case, it appears we owe you exactly half, since you are, of course, half at fault. Well, if you just stayed home, this never would have happened.
If you're in a collision, what are you entitled to? At Morris & Morris, we help victims of injuries on or off the job. And at Morris & Morris, your first visit is free. Call Morris & Morris 521-LAWS. We're here to help.
It's 7 stories high, 200 feet long. It's
Radical! Come dude.
40 feet per second, a 55-degree drop, the new Acapulco Cliff Dive. Now there are 19 awesome rides at Raging Waters. Just how fun is the Acapulco Cliff Dive?
Dude.
The new Acapulco Cliff Dive. Flights leave every 10 seconds.
It's Furniture Fever Month. Catch it at Granite.
Furniture Fever Month at the Granite Furniture Superstores means hot deals on the home furnishings you've been looking for. Get sizzling prices on furniture, scorching savings on appliances, and the summer's hottest values on coolers, patio furniture, carpet, mattresses, draperies, and home electronics. Get Granite's famous soft touch free delivery. Get Granite's easy instant financing. It's Furniture Fever Month at the Granite Furniture Superstores. Catch the fever.
Okay, back. Dan's going to tell us who he picked.
I picked Brenda.
We haven't seen each other since today. We always go both sides. Say hello, Brenda Bell. Hi, Brenda.
Hi, Dan.
Make yourself at home back there, and Dan will tell us about the date.
Hi, Brenda.
Hi, Dan.
Well, Brenda and I had talked on the phone for probably a couple of hours, and it took quite a doing to get in touch with her and keep her on the phone because we both have kids and going on. It was a hit or miss type phone conversation. Anyways, we decided to go out on a dinner cruise here in the marina. And so I decided to drive down. I live up in the Antelope Valley, and I drove down to pick up Brenda.
Now, how long a drive is that?
It's a little over an hour, and I was pretty anxious about it, so I came
He was early.
Was he? How early was he, Brenda?
I think he was about 45 minutes early.
To your house?
Well, no, he was really
Or just
sweet.
to that area?
To the area. He was sweet. He called and said that he was early.
Right.
And he said, can you be ready in 15 minutes? And I said, no, it'll take the whole 45 minutes.
Yeah. So he shows up at your doorstep 45 minutes later.
Yes, and exactly on time.
And, well, he's just parked 3 cars down. So what do you think when you see him, Brenda?
He's darling. He's cute.
Did he bring you anything?
Yes.
What did he bring
3
you?
pink roses.
3 pink roses?
Yeah, that was really great.
Any significance behind that? Why, the number 3, or just they look good together?
No, I just thought it would be really nice to bring a couple of flowers.
What did you think when you saw her?
Well, you know, as the door opens, you're kind of leaning to see just as much as you can see at the first moment. And I didn't know whether she was going to be my type or not, but she was wearing this gorgeous black tight-fitting dress. It was kind of a strapless, sleeveless, defy gravity type top, you know.
And
beautiful hair.
Yeah, and he got a nice kiss, too.
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
For opening the door?
Yeah.
Okay, so now what happens?
Well, we decided to go off to the marina, which is only a few minutes away. And we go in my car, and we're heading down there, and...
He drives really slow.
Does he really? Well,
Yeah.
now, does he drive in the speed limit, or do you just think fast?
He drives slow, and he's kind of slow all the way around.
What do you think she means you were slow about
I just drove slow. I wasn't...
She said
No,
you
he
were
was
slow about everything.
Remember when we went up to the top of the boat, and it
Yeah.
was really cold?
Uh-huh.
I had to kind of like snuggle up to the steam pipe.
Well, why didn't you snuggle up to him?
Well, I was kind of, and he was kind of slow, but it was okay.
It was the hottest day in July.
I was getting goosebumps. I was kind of like hoping that.
Yeah, and Dan was saying, well, it looks like a nice night to fish.
Bet you could catch a big one in this calm water.
So now, what goes on after this, Dan?
Well, then she was getting kind of tired. She had told me that she had been out the night before. And so we decided
So
to go...
were you. So did you. You said that too.
Oh, okay.
So you get back in the car and drive home?
Yeah, drive back to her house. And,
Yeah. I invited him in.
Yes.
And,
Yeah. And we
so-
came into the den.
went into the den, and then she said she has to slip into something more comfortable.
Should I ask what you changed into, Brenda?
Well, first of all, you have to understand this dress that I was wearing had like these stays in it.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the way it stayed up.
Uh-huh.
So
What did you slip into, Brenda? Talk to me.
Shorts and a t-shirt.
Okay, right. So she comes out in shorts and a T-shirt, and what happens now?
Well, then we sit on her couch.
And you talk for a while.
Well, we did, and we got a little bit more comfortable, a little closer, and...
And you talked for a while.
Well, then we decided to stop talking, and
Kiss.
Got to the kiss.
Kiss, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now, wait a minute. Now, Brenda, you were very specific about the kind of kissing that you enjoyed.
I know, and I think that was a little bit of a detriment, because I think that I kind of set it up, you know, for something, you know. But he was a good kisser.
Oh. Pretty good to me. How'd the date end?
Well, she asked me to stay, but I had to do some work to...
Well, only because it was such a long ride home.
You know, for some reason, I really believe this. I must tell you, I do.
Really?
So, well, it sounds like you had a good date.
Excellent
Let's
date.
take a look and see who the audience picked for you. Well, they picked Debbie, 48%. Of course, if you want to go out with Debbie, we'll pay for it. If not, you're on your own. You can do what you like.
I would like to see Brenda again.
Is that all right with you, Brenda?
Yeah.
Come on up. Thanks for coming on the show. We enjoyed having you both. Yeah, we're going to come right back with our next guest. Stay with us.
Parents, give your children the safety and security of a permanent chain-link fence from the United Fence Company. It protects them from that busy street, keeps them away from unfenced ditches and canals, deadly hazards to children. United Fence can install in a few days. You pay nothing on the fence until fall, not until September. But your fence will be installed now. Call for a free estimate, 972-2348. United Fence, 972-2348. In Ogden, Provo, Tooele, and St. George, call your local United Fence office.
Summertime, summertime, summertime is savings time, savings time, summertime is savings time.
Nothing quenches a hot summer thirst like Ocean Spray cranberry juice drinks. Pick up several 64-ounce bottles for just $2.49 each. Be sure to have plenty of Sweetheart paper plates, cups, and bowls for the holidays. They're on special this week for $1.49. And have plenty of Kool-Aid and Country Time lemonade on hand. Sugar-sweetened 8-quart canisters are $1.34 with in-ad coupon. For summertime savings, visit your friends at Food Town, Thriftway, and Bestway.
The one-price pizza revolution is out of control at Peter Piper. People can't believe any large original pizza on our menu is one hot price every day. Just $5.99. All meat, all veggie, even our 6-topping special. Just $5.99 every day. But wait, there's more. Now any second large pizza on our menu is just $4. $4? We're talking large 14-inch pizzas, not wimpy mediums.
Oh, my. Any second large, $4 every day.
Nobody beats Peter Piper, home of the one-price pizza revolution.
Stay tuned for more of Love Connection.
Our newspaper editor always orders the same thing. Turkey on wheat, no mayo.
Cutting down on fat.
Lester, stop the presses. I've got new Kraft-free non-fat mayonnaise dressing. That's right. Not just cholesterol-free, but fat-free, too.
Fat-free? How's it taste?
Fresh and creamy.
Connie, I'm putting you on the front page.
Maybe this Kraft-free can make me famous. Don't forget, only creamy new Kraft-free is fat-free.
Now there's a new reason to put down those fizzy Diet Colas. It's Crystal Light in a new shade. Pink grapefruit.
Crystal Light.
Light and luscious with no carbonation.
New Jell-O-free pudding snacks.
You made me love you. You did, you made me do it.
Jell-O-free, a fat-free dessert that doesn't taste fat-free.
You made me love J-E-L-L-O.
It's fun, it's freedom, and on a street with just one careless driver, it could be deadly. Bike riders always lose in an accident. If it happens to you, you'll need a law firm experienced in helping motorcyclists protect their rights. You and your loved ones deserve compensation for someone else's mistake. Don't throw away your legal rights. It could mean you lose twice.
Robert DeBry and Associates help people who've been injured in an accident. Call 262-8915.
Our next guest has agreed to let our audience decide who he should go out with. We're going to meet him right now. He likes to spend time
With his 2 teenage sons. And he says that the biggest problem with women he meets is that they want too much too soon. He's a car salesman. He's learned to date women that he's learned not to date women that he's sold cars to. Please welcome Richard Schwartz. you're not going to date women that you've sold cars to?
No, I learned my lesson once.
Why is that?
Well, I sold this car to this lady and took her out a few dates, and I decided to break it off.
Uh-huh.
The next day, she called me up, and she said her car was, something was wrong with the car. So I said, well, come on down, and we'll take a look at it, and we'll take care of it for you. So a couple of hours later, I saw her coming into the driveway, and I went out to greet her, and I took a look at her eye, and she looked at me, and I knew there was something wrong. It turns out she wasn't stopping. She was trying to run me over.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Trying to run you over?
Tried to run me over. I dashed out of the way, and needless to say, I took care of her car, and I sent her on her way.
Oh, good night. Now, what do you think, why do you think that women want too much too soon? Is that just your opinion, or do you think all cases?
Well, Chuck, I think most women that I've dated want marriage too soon.
Oh, I see.
Case in hand, I took a lady out for a cup of coffee that I met for the first time, and we got to the third cup of coffee, and she was already asking for my baby. And that kind of turned me off on her naturally, and...
Yeah, okay, good. I'm going to show you portions of the videotapes that Richard saw. Now, remember, he agreed to let our audience choose his date for him, so whoever they choose, that's right, you guys out there, that's who he's going out with. First, there's Shirley. She's 43, but she says that men she dates range in age from 22 to 70. She claims that her diary would make a terrific biography. She's looking for a man who's romantic, but not boring, and here's one more thing that's important to her.
It is important to me about what a man wears. If I like him to be clean and neat, his shoes to be shined, his pants to be pressed. Same with his shirt, just something nice looking. And, you know, if he chooses to wear underwear or not, that's his own choice.
Next, there's Raquel. She was married for 5 years. She's been divorced for 5 years. She says that she rarely spends time alone, but when she does, she likes to write letters. She rates herself a 12 because she's a great mother and a good housekeeper, and here's one of her turnoffs.
I'm not fond of smokers. I probably would not date a smoker. Suspenders, I'm crazy about a man in suspenders. Crazy about a man in suspenders. I don't know why, but he can be a smoker, and it just does something to me.
Finally, Linda, she was raised in Bowling Green, Kentucky, and she claims that men love her southern accent. She says that she'd like to weigh less and smile more. She admits that she usually is quite conservative, but here's a time that she threw caution to the wind and went with a much younger man.
We went to an underground rock concert thing, which I thought was fun, but I just was out of my league, too, so it didn't really work out very well. You need to stay with people you have a lot more in common with. I think more people your age have something more in common with. It's like you get out with somebody younger, they don't even know who the Beatles are.
Okay. You met Richard, you've seen his 3 choices. Whoever you pick, that's who he's going out with, so make your choice now.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Here we go. Well, they chose Shirley, 46%.
Well, I hope you enjoy your date with Shirley. Thanks for coming on the show. Just stay right there, Richard, and I'll remind everybody that that's our show for today. But we'll be back next time with more singles trying to make a love connection. Until then, I'm Chuck Woolery. I hope all your dates are good ones. Bye-bye, everybody.
Chuck Woolery's wardrobe furnished by Bernini. This is John Cervenka speaking for Love Connection. Love Connection is an Eric Lieber production produced in association with and distributed by Warner Brothers Domestic Television Distribution.